All right, let's make sure we're streaming before we start talking. You guys know the deal. I think we are good. Are we good? Are we good? Are we live? All right, I think we're okay. I think we're good to go. So today, you guys, we're going to be talking about panic attacks, the breakthrough that you need. Now, before I even jump into the subject of panic attacks, I want to make one thing very, very clear, and I try to make this clear every time we talk about panic attacks here on the channel. Panic attacks are different than sensitization. Sensitization, we talk about it a lot here, but that is when your nerves are in breakdown mode, right? That is when your nerves are tired. That is when there's a feeling of anxiety almost throughout your entire day. Sensitization, panic attacks, two different things. Okay, I want to be completely clear about that before we start talking about panic attacks today. Hello Beth, hello Brian, hello Michelle, everyone, welcome to the stream. I hope you're all having a great, amazing, fantastic day. So, before we get started, just keep that in mind. Sensitization, panic attacks, two different worlds. Alright, if you're sensitized and you're more interested in that thing, go check out some of my videos on that. So now, let's talk about the breakthrough that you need as far as panic attacks are concerned. For the longest time, okay, a little backstory. For the longest time, I was absolutely terrified of panic attacks. I was terrified of having them, and that being so fearful of having another one usually led to another one. It was almost like a never-ending cycle, and I did not experience relief from panic attacks until I had this breakthrough that we're going to talk about. The breakthrough that you have to experience when dealing with panic attacks is being able to ride one out without doing anything. Okay, we're talking coping methods. We're talking reacting to the panic, whether that's getting up and pacing around, whether that's freezing, whatever your coping methods may be. You have to experience riding out a panic attack without adding second fear, without reacting to it. When you can remain completely, neutral to the panic while it's happening and can submit to it 100%, you will see for yourself in that moment how panic loses its power over you. Panic cannot thrive without fear. Panic cannot thrive without you adding more fear. Now, that's not to say you won't feel fearful during a panic attack, because that's what panic does. But when I say panic cannot thrive without fear, all I'm saying is without adding second fear, panic cannot thrive. So you absolutely must, if you struggle with panic attacks, one day experience the breakthrough that is to sit through a panic attack without adding second fear, without reacting to it, without using your coping methods, although I know how badly you probably want to use your coping methods when panic comes on. If you want to experience this breakthrough for yourself and see firsthand and experience firsthand how you are truly in control, okay, you can lose the fear of panic. You can lose the fear of panic, which will result in no more panic attacks. But you have to experience this breakthrough, okay? So many people struggle with panic attacks because of the second fear that they're adding to the panic. So the panic comes on and they automatically start pacing around or running in circles, whatever it may be, okay? And this is what keeps the panic alive. So when you experience the breakthrough of riding a panic attack out without doing anything about it and completely submitting to it 100%, you will see for yourself how all along you were keeping the panic alive. All along you were fueling the fire. All along it was you to blame. And once you understand that there's not some outside force attacking you, that it was you doing it to you, okay, that is the breakthrough as far as panic attacks are concerned. You absolutely must have this experience. If you don't experience this, you will forever think that there's some force that's out to get you, there's some monster that's out to get you. You will remain fearful of panic, and because of that, you will experience more panic. So, the true breakthrough as far as panic attacks are concerned is to one day experience one and completely submit to it. Completely submit to it. Don't try to do anything about it. Don't fuel it with all that second fear in the mind. Completely submit to the experience, and you'll see how it comes and passes fairly quickly, okay? And you are no worse for wear because you did not add second fear. You did not fuel that fire. That is the breakthrough you absolutely must experience one day for yourself, maybe a few times, before you realize that there was nothing doing this to me all along. It was me doing it to me with all of this second fear. That is the breakthrough that you must have. So I know how at first this can be difficult to do. Panic can come on so strong and you automatically jump into this defensive posture and you want to do something about it. You feel like you have to because your life is in some sort of danger. Understand that it's your body's alarm system that thinks you're in danger, okay? And the last thing you want to do is make it believe that you are in danger when you're not, because you're going to get more of the symptoms that you don't want. So the breakthrough is to completely submit to a panic attack and see for yourself that all along there was no monster trying to destroy you, trying to kill you. It was you doing it to you with second fear. Once you realize this, that fear of panic starts to fade away. It starts to go away because you realize that there's nothing to fear. If it was you doing it to you all along, which you will eventually realize with this breakthrough, then there's absolutely nothing to fear. So that was our point for today. We're going to read some comments now and hang out for a bit. Oh, I hope you guys are all having a fantastic day. It's really hot in my room. It's really hot in my room. I probably look sweaty. Let's see. Where did I leave off? Where did I leave off on the comments? Beth, hello. Joe, welcome. Joe in here, being the great mod that he is. Hope everyone's having a fantastic day. Leslie, I hope I pronounced your name right. Just saw it as a release of energy and just carried on, because that's all panic is, right? It's just a release of energy. It's just a release of energy. Energy has a peak. Of course, you can add a shit ton of second fear and make the experience much more frightening than it needs to be. At the end of the day, it still is just energy. Change that perspective, very helpful. Gustavo, hello, dude. How are you doing? I hope you're having a good day, man. Hello, Chris. No panic attacks anymore. Just some level of anxiety almost every day. You are making great progress, my friend. I am still so very proud of you. Keep going. Keep moving forward. You know, you haven't been in this thing for that long. We've talked personally a few times. You haven't been in this thing for that long, and to make the progress that you've made in such a short amount of time, it's truly admirable. Keep going. All these symptoms are a bluff, you guys. They're a bluff, and they're just energy leaving the body. I like that comment. That comment is very, very true. And I know the symptoms can trick you into believing that something serious or bad is about to happen. Understand, it's just a false alarm. I love that term. It is a false alarm. There's nothing actually going to happen to you. There's no actual real danger. Your body thinks there is, and that's why you're experiencing these symptoms. And the last thing you want to do is give it reason to believe that there's something to fear where there isn't. I want a session with you, please. If anybody's interested in a session, feel free to reach out to me on the Wonder Bro Facebook page, Instagram, or Twitter. Just DM me, and I will try my best to get back to you. I will try my best to get back to you. This is a temporary phase in your life, guys. I know it doesn't feel that way, and I know how damn exhausting and how, you know, I don't know. I know how bad this shit can feel sometimes, alright? Especially if you're in the wrong mindset. I know how it feels to be confused. I know how it feels to be adding all of this second fear, and it's not fun, okay, to say the very least. It is not fun, and I completely relate and sympathize with you guys, and that's why I make these videos, right? That's why I make these videos, and I know it can seem hopeless, but trust me, just hang in there. What is up with that? Hold on. Why is my little divider doing that? Okay, scoot you over. There you go. You're supposed to be right there. Okay. My divider was off the whole time. If you for some reason resisted being happy, would you always be happy? Reword that for me, please. It does get better with acceptance, 110%. Like I said, I know it feels like it may never. I remember how it feels to feel that way. It may never get better, right? You know, these are all thoughts we're entertaining that we shouldn't be entertaining. You know, we don't know any better, but who can blame us? I mean, it does feel like crap, but that mindset is so important. You got to keep that positive mindset. You got to stop answering the door for those negative thoughts. You got to accept those feelings and realize that there's nothing doing it to you. It's you doing it to you, and there's nothing broken about your brain. You can be the person you were before, or even better than the person you were before. It's all about how you want to wire your brain, and to do that, we got to stop falling for the bluff. We got to stop falling for the bluff and retrain our brains the way we want them to be. I have a question. Will the body be okay once we accept it? I mean, health-wise. Yeah, there's no long-term effects as far as anxiety and panic is concerned. You're not going to do any permanent damage to your brain or body. Trust me, if that was possible, I would be brain dead. I would be brain dead. I would literally be brain dead if it were possible to permanently somehow damage your brain due to anxiety and panic. I would be brain dead. But it's not possible. It's not possible. It is not possible. You just got to hang in there, guys, and you got to keep using the advice. You got to really dedicate to it. We just did a video on that yesterday, and if you missed it, I highly recommend you check it out. Great stream. Dedication, so important. Your videos are always on my mind. They always bring me back to earth. That's awesome, okay? It's great to have a mentor, right? So when I was going through my journey, I looked up to people like Dr. Claire Weeks, Eckhart Tolle. There's a few people I looked up to during my journey, and I would always come back to their knowledge when in tough situations, and I'm more than happy to be your mentor now. But when you pick a mentor, it's very important that you stick to what they say and dedicate to it fully. So if you're picking me to guide you, thank you very much. I am flattered. But you absolutely must listen to the words that I say and dedicate to them. All right? You will see results. I know that you want, instant results. Who doesn't want instant results, right? Especially when you feel so cruddy. But it doesn't happen that way. But it's worth it. It is so worth it in the end. I just mean resisting anxiety keeps the feelings trapped. Is it the same for other feelings too? Resisting anxiety keeps the feelings trapped. Is it the same for other feelings too? You should always embrace your feelings, right? So we can be present. We don't have to be following negative thoughts, but we can still feel all at the same time. This is all possible to do all at the same time. So we can experience sadness. We can experience difficult emotions that come and go, that rise and fall, and we can accept them fully without adding to them mentally. We can accept them for what they are without all of this negative mental dialogue, and that's the key. Hey Wonder Bro, I finally got to catch a live. Yay. Hello. Welcome. Ring that notification bell. If you're missing the lives, ring that notification bell. Welcome to your first live. I hope you're having a great day. Love the quote about the feelings and thoughts are visitors only. Yes, feelings and thoughts are visitors. They're just visitors. They're constantly changing, right? Feelings are constantly coming and going. Thoughts are constantly coming and going. It's totally up to you if you want to invite them in, serve them tea, and keep them as house guests for a long time. And if they're uncomfortable feelings and thoughts, you probably don't want to do that. But mistakenly, people do that. And it is a choice, but live and learn, right? That's what we're here for. We're here to learn. Oh, it is very warm in my room. And not in a good way. I'm starting to sweat. It's okay though. Accept it, right? Acceptance. I need a new air conditioner. My air conditioner is busted. It's busted. It like half-assed works. Sometimes it cools the room off. Sometimes it just doesn't want to kick in. I don't know what the deal with that is. Hello, welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a great day. So tell me something positive, you guys. Everyone that's in this stream right now, drop a positive comment. Drop a positive comment. Whether it's a compliment to yourself, somebody else, something good that's happened to you, something you're grateful for, something you're thankful for, drop a positive comment. Okay? Drop one. And while you guys get on that, I'm going to light up a cigarette. If you smoke, you can smoke one with me. If you don't smoke, don't start. Okay? That's what we always say. How are you doing today, Joyce? Having a good day? Thanks for the encouragement, Gustavo. I hope so. My quality of life is shit. I can't even get peace at home. Yes, I've been there. I've been there fully. I totally relate to you. I can totally relate to you. That is where I was when I first started my journey. When I first started my journey, I was in that same situation that you're in now, just feeling like crap 24/7. I think that's where most people start, right? That's where most people start. Rock bottom. I actually did a video on rock bottom not long ago. How long have we been streaming for? 12 minutes. 3 years in, 30 years in, 65 years in. Okay, that's a stretch. But no matter how many years you've been in it, okay, since childhood, since birth, since you came out of the womb, no matter how long that you've been at it, if you use the advice and dedicate to it, Your brain's willing and ready to learn. Doesn't matter how long it's been, it's willing and ready to learn. Most people get worse before they get better because they don't have access to the advice, or they don't know the correct advice. And then when they get it, it takes them a long time to dedicate it to it. They got to find that drive, and somebody has to light that fire under their ass, right? So it's okay that it's a long process for most people. It's okay, and it's completely normal. It is a long process for most people because of several reasons. Not dedicating, not having access to the correct advice. I'm living proof that the 2 keys work, still recovering but making progress nonetheless. Yes, Gustavo is living proof that it works. When I first started talking to Gustavo, he was rough off, man. Everybody is rough off when they first start. And he was no different, but he's made a lot of progress. I'm thankful for you. I'm doing great. That is awesome. Keep going. No chemicals coming in my window today. Thanks so much, man. Can we do a private session? Yes, just hit me up on the Wonder Bro Facebook page, Instagram, or Twitter. DM me if you're interested in some coaching. I drove up an hour and a half to the mountains today and swam with my kids. Would have never been able to do this 6 months ago. That is awesome. 2 main keys, kicking ass, right? Man, those 2 main keys. Good stuff. Good stuff. Your thought means nothing. Let them go. Yes, let your thoughts go. Especially negativity, right? Let that go. What about the physical symptoms like nausea? I will throw up when I get anxious no matter where I'm at. Sometimes we can't do things about our physical symptoms, right? Like there's not an off switch for specific physical symptoms. What we can do is heal the nerves, and that will lead to the symptoms fading. But most of the time, there's nothing we can do to just stop a symptom. That would be nice, but really there's nothing we can do about that, right? So we have to accept the uncertainty, that I may or may not do this, I may or may not do that, this symptom may or may not appear. We have to accept that uncertainty because there's nothing that obsession will do about it. There's nothing that obsession will change about it. And as an end result, realize that yes, it kind of sucks to have to work around these symptoms right now, but in the end, they will fade as I heal my nerves. I know the symptoms can really suck sometimes, but there's no way to really get in there and kind of like, for example, make your nausea go away all of a sudden. There's no advice for that. But as an end result, okay, with following the advice here on the channel, we can get those symptoms to fade away. Can you elaborate on letting thoughts go? Do I think about something else, or what? Where do you put your mind? You just let them knock. So if I had a negative thought right now come into my mind, I noticed it, hello, up there, swimming around, I see you, I'm just going to get back to my life. I'm just going to keep carrying on with whatever I was doing. I'm not going to give it extra attention and fuel that it doesn't deserve, right? We see the thoughts, we notice, we accept them, but we don't have to follow them. Extreme fatigue and stress make me anxious. Like anything bad can happen to me because of stress. Having a hard time with this right now, but I'm still trying my best to use acceptance. Keep learning, keep growing. It's definitely a learning process. Thanks for all you do. How do you deal with driving anxiety? It's hard to drive when feeling dizzy from anxiety and accepting it because dizziness while driving is distracting. It very much can be. Once we get those nerves healed, like I said with the nausea, once we get those nerves healed, these symptoms will fade off into the background, right? They will fade off into the background. So there's nothing we can actually do about a physical symptom when it's happening. There's not like advice that I can give you particularly for how to deal with nausea, for example, how to turn that off. Nothing we can do about that. But what we can do is stick to the 2 main keys, and as a result have these symptoms fade in time. Okay, see what I'm saying? I know it sucks to have to deal with the symptoms currently, but as an end result, with the advice that I give here on the channel, we can have them fade. Great stream, Chris. I'm off to sink my teeth in a ribeye steak. Nice, dude. That sounds delicious. That sounds great. Have a good one, Gustavo. You're a trooper, man. Keep going. Keep going. Keep recovering. Proud of all the progress you've made. Have you ever had persistent dizziness, almost like walking on a trampoline? I know many like me, tongue-tied, have this persistent dizziness. I did struggle with a little bit of dizziness and lightheadedness, but I was so concerned about my other symptoms that those kind of fell in the background. It's really about what we give our focus to, right? So whatever you fear is what's going to be on your mind the most. I did deal with that, though. I did deal with that, and it's just one of those things. You got to walk right through it. Walk right through it. Use the 2 main keys, and as a result, those symptoms will fade. It sucks to have to deal with them currently, and there's no really, there's no specific advice you can give about particular symptoms. Like, dizziness or nausea. You know, there's no specific advice there, but the advice is to heal the nerves and those symptoms fade. And that's the ultimate goal, and that's what we're going to accomplish using acceptance to the best of our ability while we learn this information and put it to use. Walk right through it. So, you know, they're uncomfortable. I get it. The symptoms suck, and if it wasn't for the symptoms, healing would be very easy, right? But there's nothing we can actually do to turn off physical symptoms just like that. There's no advice to make that happen. But that's the end result. That's the end goal. Yes, walk right through it. Yes, walk right through it. Walk right through it. I know it's uncomfortable, but that's what must be done. That is what must be done. I'm gonna grab my phone real quick. I left it over there on charge, and I kind of need it. So, BRB in like 2 seconds, you guys. I love you guys. Love you guys. Alright, that took no time. Alright, so how long have we been streaming? Coming up on 20 minutes? Okay, I know I just got back from a BRB screen, but I am going to go ahead and end the stream here because we are approaching the half-hour mark. Try to keep my streams under a half hour if I can. So if you were here today, thank you so much for watching and joining us live. If you missed the live and you're watching this in the future, hello, you're still important. Ring that notification bell so you can join us live next time. Thank you guys for all you do. We're almost at 7K. Okay, help me grow. Share me out, you guys. Let's help as many people as possible. I can't grow without you guys. Seriously, I cannot. Thank you so much, you guys. If you'd like to leave a donation, the link is down there, Shorter1993 at live.com. Subscribe if you haven't already. Like the video because it really does help me out. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being so awesome. Thank you for being a part of my growing YouTube family. I love you guys. I appreciate you. And I'm getting tongue-tied. And I'm grateful for each and every one of you. Until next time, you guys, as always, right there. Stay awesome.